All right, let's get right into it. We are going to unpack a completely new way of thinking about the economy, a vision that's coming straight from NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. We're talking about a future where AI isn't just some tool we use, but the actual engine creating all the value.
And it really all kicks off with this one powerful statement. Jensen Huang is saying, look, we have to completely change how we think about our computing infrastructure. You need to forget that old idea of a data center as just some warehouse for storing information. That's over. We're now in the age of the AI factory.
So, what on earth is an AI factory? Well, think about it like this. A regular data center is a cost center. It's an expense for a company. But an AI factory, that's a profit center. Its whole purpose, its only job, is to manufacture a product. And that product is digital intelligence, which gets packaged up as tokens. And as we're about to see, those tokens, they make money.
And that brings us right to the heart of this new model, what's being called token economics. This is the how. It's the mechanism that shows you exactly how computing power stops being just an item on an expense report and starts being a direct line to revenue.
The logic here is actually super simple, and that's what makes it so powerful. Step 1, a company gets its hands on more computing power. Step 2, all that power produces more tokens. More answers, more creations, more raw digital intelligence. And step 3, those tokens bring in more revenue. It's a straight line, a direct cause and effect from investing in compute to watching your sales grow. And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. As Jensen says right here, for companies like OpenAI or Anthropic, the only thing holding back their growth is how much compute they have. It's that simple. If they had more factory capacity, meaning more GPUs, they could literally produce more tokens and boost their revenue, like tomorrow. For them, compute isn't an IT expense, it's the factory production line. And if you need any proof that this whole economic model actually works, just look at the company building the factories. NVIDIA recently posted a net income of, wait for it, $46 billion. And get this, that's not for a year. That is for a single quarter. That's the token economy right there, working on a scale that is just mind-blowing.
Okay, so you gotta be asking, how did NVIDIA even get here? Well, this was no accident. It wasn't just luck. Their dominance today is the direct result of a very deliberate 33-year-long strategy to build not just computer chips, but an entire end-to-end computing platform.
And when you look at the path they took, it's pretty fascinating. It all started 33 years ago with a focus on algorithms. They basically invented the modern 3D video game industry. Then a funny thing happened. AI researchers discovered that their gaming GPUs and their CUDA software were perfect for their work. That led NVIDIA to build the DGX-1, the world's first AI supercomputer, which they personally delivered to a tiny startup that we now know as OpenAI. You see, every single step was built on the one before it. And this right here, this is the secret sauce. NVIDIA doesn't just sell you a GPU. No way. They sell you the entire stack. The GPUs, the CPUs, the super-fast NVLink interconnects that stitch it all together, their special AI Ethernet, and most importantly, the whole CUDA software ecosystem. With all the libraries and algorithms you need, they control the whole system, from the silicon all the way up to the software. Now, having that full stack control, that gives them an unbelievable competitive advantage. I mean, Jensen says it himself right here. Their architecture is proprietary. It doesn't work with anyone else's stuff. And because they own every piece of the puzzle, they can innovate across the entire system every single year. That's a pace that's almost impossible for competitors to keep up with, because they're stuck trying to piece together parts from a bunch of different companies. Okay, so what does all of this actually mean for the future? We are talking about a gigantic expansion of the entire digital economy, and it's all going to be fueled by this new model of generating tokens. Just think about the software industry for a second. For decades, the model was simple. You paid for a license to use a tool, right? Like Adobe Photoshop or Salesforce. The future model is going to be different. Companies will still rent the tools, yeah, but they will also rent expert AI agents that know how to use those tools for them. The entire $2 trillion IT industry, which today uses almost no tokens, is about to become a massive consumer of them. The market is just going to explode. And here's the really big prediction. This isn't going to be limited to just tech companies. Not at all. The idea is that soon, every company, whether you're in manufacturing, healthcare, finance, you name it, is going to operate like a software company. They will all need to generate intelligence, to generate tokens, just to create value and stay in business.
And then the whole argument scales up to the national level. If compute equals a company's revenue, then on a global scale, a country's compute power equals its GDP. As Jensen puts it, what country is going to say, you know what, we're going to opt out on intelligence? None of them. This means that nations themselves will start building their own sovereign AI factories, simply as a matter of economic and national security. So, all of this leaves us with one final, absolutely massive question. If these AI factories are the new industrial engines of the 21st century, if they're what will determine the wealth of entire nations, then who gets to build them? It's a question that really gets you thinking about the incredible strategic power that is now in the hands of the people who hold the blueprints to our intelligent future.